Why is there heavy silence? Welcome back, you bottom arse gremlins. I hope this video cheers you up a little bit today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Other than that, let's get into it. Here, alright. I'm gonna munch on my donut softly and quietly while we watch this, because it's gonna be a long one.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
But
this is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly...
We're starting over. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
I blame Melon.
This is the first line
Melon
of the book
jumped
that
on my head, and it tracked his face.
2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't
But now I want to
turn
go left.
Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the
They
crossroads,
spelled at wrong.
don't turn left. At
But
the
they spelled it wrong.
turn
They spelled
left.
it wrong.
Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And
Hi, Jeremy.
that's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange.
Someone else who played?
It's not evident what they refer
And is trying to freak them
if
out?
anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling. But the numbers at
Exactly.
the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it. So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end? Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link, that when you enter takes you to a folder, and this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
What? Why do I have chills?
The video named
I actually have chills.
We can see a player in the exact
hate
same
shit like
spot
this.
Avery
I do.
was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall. But when he does, he finds this.
What? Huh?
Nothing weird, it's just a
Yeah,
cave,
it's just a cave.
And Avery walks in to begin exploring until he stops and sees this.
Am I gonna scream?
It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss.
Oh.
And grass. This
Okay.
is immediately a red flag because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this
I'm really confused.
shrub, for lack of a better word. And
Not a
after
shrub.
some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree.
I wouldn't touch it.
And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave,
Someone's
he
just
passes
messing with
larger
this kid.
and larger patches of greenery, coming
Someone's just
across
fucking
more
with him.
shrubs and even more trees.
Can you imagine?
And even more moss. He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right. The walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite,
Wait.
or ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point, though, Avery
I completely forgot that there's other ores and shit. I'm like, this is normal Minecraft. Why are you complaining about the walls? Well, my dumbass played when there was really only cobblestone and iron. I'm like,
Avery's
huh?
wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger
How are you
and
lost,
larger,
Ducky?
with
We're
the
not even
trees
that far
growing
in.
bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
What the fuck? That is,
Avery stops for several long
It's
seconds,
survival.
just
He can't
taking
use-
everything in. The room is
it's survival, right? There's no world edit. There's no world edit.
a giant cave of green
What the
with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores
my
the
nose
chamber,
itches.
and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees.
Dude,
for
I'd
few
be a
minutes,
pussy and, like,
seemingly
leave.
mesmerized
I'd just
by
close
the
my
build,
world and start
we can
over.
See that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees.
I don't know if
made of
anyone else would.
spruce, mud, and oak.
But I'd say
the
fuck
question
it.
here
Nuh-uh.
is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room.
Dude, I'm a pussy,
Avery
man. I'd
walks
be running.
through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps. But
Dude,
of
I got chills
course,
again. I don't like
nothing is
this.
there. The world is set to single player. At least, it seems that way. Until this happens. Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
Wait, he's not.
Another pair of torches is gone. I'm not scared of torches turning off.
I hate the shivers.
And then another. I don't know what kind of practical
Dude, I'd
joke
turn
this
back
is,
now. I'd be running.
but I already heard you in the...
Dude, step on it. What the fuck?
I'm not scared of a game.
You have balls of steel then, sir. I'm scared. Dude. I don't like this. Dude, I'm getting so many chills. Are we not gonna swim up?
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared. But I felt compelled.
Dude, I'd close the game.
I've never felt like that in my life. What is going on
Hi,
here?
Phantom,
Things
by the
just
way.
went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't
Dude,
just
I'd close
happen on
that
a normal
laptop and
world,
say,
but
fuck
Avery
this.
did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So
Yeah.
maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's
That
just
is
some
true.
strange adventure horror map. Case closed.
It could be.
It's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration
Okay,
into a
listen.
strange...
I'd just toss the entire laptop at this point. I would say, fuck this laptop. It's haunted. It's not mine
tunnel I
anymore.
found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos.
Wait,
but
I
now
thought he
he's
was
both
censoring
hidden
it.
his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has
Dude, I
to
got the
keep
chills
moving,
again. I'm
even
gonna
if he
shove my
doesn't
arms in my
exactly know
sleeves.
why. And the
Fuck
only
this.
way to go is
I'm going
down.
armless.
Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation,
Don't ask
he
me to
burrows
pause.
himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight.
Dude, he's gonna drown.
Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough
He's gonna
space
drown.
at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far as the eye can see. And then he hears it.
No, fuck that. Nuh-uh.
The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again. Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out.
Dude, no.
Now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice.
The tiniest one? You picked the
tunnel
tiniest
leads
one.
to another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation, Avery goes left. The tunnel continues,
Oh, he's smart.
getting narrower and narrower
Did he pick the wrong one?
and narrower, until finally
How did he pick the right
He
one?
finds himself in the oasis.
Or do they all lead there?
Avery looks around the room, strangely almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses. Before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake.
Why?
Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further. If this thing goes through here again, it has to break that. But I need to explore. He sails
he is
back
smart.
to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing
That is pretty
is
smart.
loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory.
I wouldn't have
His
thought about
plan
that.
is simple.
I wouldn't
Set
have
a
gone back
trap
in the
for
water.
thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him?
Yeah,
sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him. Stopping just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something is somehow really following Avery in a single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap is set. Now, it's time to explore.
I don't... Are you sure it's Herobrine? Dude, I'd get lost. I'd get so fucking lost, man. Yeah, why is he saying we?
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding
it 'cause
the
he's
lake
recording?
so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking. Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far.
He's seen...
What? Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one. But it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen are two other signs Avery crossed earlier in the recording.
How does he...
Though he
Dude, I can't even see them!
Time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied, and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely see from these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But with that said, he returns to the lake to check on his
That's
contraption.
I wondered how he got
And nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery
Dude, I would
placed
go
them
in
to
there.
plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here.
What?
What? How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me.
What the fuck?
But I'm not taking any chances.
I don't like this anymore.
The grass block. When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed the grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk. I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
Dude, this kid's a genius. Like, I would not think of that.
Maybe I am scared.
Maybe I am scared. Maybe I am. Burn the laptop. That's what I'm saying, dude. I got chills on my legs. I got chills up my arm. Like, I know it's just a video. I know we're just sitting here watching a video. But, like, it's actually scary. And it shouldn't be. Because, like, obviously, people can fake this, these recordings easily. Like, you can fake all this. But it's so good that you want to keep watching. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Noob Noob.
The other sign was pointed head on.
Huh. Dude, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, like, I'd just be burning the laptop. I wouldn't be keeping this laptop. This laptop would be burned. Mm-mm.
Avery walks through a tunnel which quickly turns into a maze. And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end,
Yeah, I know, right?
Avery navigates through it.
I don't... His blocks aren't gonna be there. Yeah, but I feel like if something's chasing him, wouldn't they just delete the blocks?
Avery is clearly smart. Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems...
I didn't even think about that. I'm like, but the hopper was still full. The motherfucker could have just filled it back up. That's...
hiding
No!
somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what? We don't.
Yeah, he's
All we
fucking
do
Giga
know
Chad at
is
this
that
point.
he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze into another giant room
What
with what looks
the
like a cipher
fuck?
above a door, with 3 levers right in front of
Okay.
it. Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought.
What?
From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't
Yeah.
immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I, or Avery, can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then...
What?
He gets it. Okay, I guess it was solvable. Avery says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable.
What the
How
fuck?
Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock. But instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this?
Manhandle it.
Efficient.
Force it open. You have a pickaxe. Yeah, he's gonna fucking mine it. Avery is the person we're spectating. So the person in the game is Avery.
And with that, he's... Wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got 2 different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The
Who are we
world at the
watching?
beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person, and why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching, as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the village.
Nani? Kinda reminds me of Hypixel, the Zombies map. Right? Hypixel Zombies? Did anyone else play that growing up? Okay, Ducky did. Okay. Low-key reminds me of it. Just the layout in the houses and stuff. I'm really confused how this is gonna end, though. Because we're not watching Avery anymore, though. So who are we watching? See, that's what I'm kind of thinking. It's like maybe it's the previous laptop owner. Because, like, the drive led to this previous laptop's owner's videos. So I don't think we were watching Avery since the first couple YouTube videos. That explained why everything changed. But weirdly enough, it left off exactly how Avery... Yeah, because, like... Yeah, no, you're right. Bye, Phantom! It has to be the person from before. There's just no way. Because Avery never uploaded into the drive. He uploaded on YouTube. Unless I'm wrong. Why are we staring at the fountain? Does anyone remember what the book said about not turning left?
It's empty. This village is strange.
What's the story so far? Refresher is basically a kid bought a laptop from a storage locker and this world was already on it. And he found a spot that was already created and it had like a puzzle. And the puzzle led to a drive which led to videos, which we thought were Avery's videos. We thought we've been watching Avery play this like this secret hidden world the entire time. But now we don't know who it is. But something's chasing him. And, you know, like, we don't know who we're spectating either. Do you kind of understand? So basically, we're just, like, on an adventure trying to figure out who we're spectating, why someone's chasing him, and what's going on.
It's clearly abandoned if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make
it's
that
kind of
obvious.
like a mystery.
And all the chests
like, who made the map? Why are they here?
Of them.
It's just
There's
super
also
ominous.
An interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring. But wherever Durlord looks, he can't find anything of interest. No lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So, is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary. Anything that might give him a clue of where to look
Yeah, it
next.
has really good storytelling. Sorry if you hear Melon climbing my chair. He's very loud about it. Wait. Why? Huh? Huh? What are we? Oh! I wouldn't have fucking seen that! Dude! He's so fucking smart! I didn't even have thought about zooming in on the POV. Bye, Melon. I think he saw this tip right here, which is what caught my attention too, and it's why I paused. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Do you see that? And I thought it was like just an arrow. I didn't realize it's a building. I have a small brain, apparently. The music's making it even more scary, by the way. Really? Did you just steal my footrest? No, I love the music. It's just making it more, like, ominous. But does anyone feel like the pressure that he needs to move faster? Like, does anyone have, like, the nervousness in their chest right now? Or, like, I feel like he's wasting a lot of time. And if there's something chasing him, why aren't we moving faster? I don't think I'd be this relaxed. So why is he so relaxed about it? Yeah, I know, right, Nerd Man? Every time he's in third person, I'm like, what do you see? I don't see it. I'd block that shit back up. No, put a block on it. Welcome back, Trevor.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved.
What the fuck?
Coming by. If anything, I wager that the king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want
So we're
this to
being
be done with. The sooner
chased by the king?
better. He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly.
Dude, I'm getting chills again. Stop. Stop.
I'm going.
Did you guys? Am I seeing shit? Okay, there's a tarp there.
I don't know why
Okay.
anyone is surprised.
I'm like, what is moving?
Exactly what they were hoping for. I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not.
See, I would have done that ages ago.
Here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask. But please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
Why is there a heavy silence? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Mm. How does he know to dig there? How does he know? A hunch? Hang on, we're gonna go back. No, he just... He just knew. Yeah, it could be the gap at the top. But even I wouldn't think of something like that. Dude, block it off. What are we doing? Block it. You gotta leave. We choose to leave, right? Why does it feel like it's not ending? Okay, it skipped a little bit. I'm like, I'm so terrified. Don't turn left. Don't turn. What are you looking at? Hold on. I didn't see shit. Do you guys see anything? There's nothing there. Unless I'm Delulu. Unless the torches are going out. Why are we going left? Don't turn left! Fuck. Please. Please turn around. Please. Wait. Wait, this isn't Avery, you're right. This isn't Avery, he doesn't know not to go left. Shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna piss myself. What are you looking at? Where are you gonna die? Jesus. No, he has the book. Wait, you're right. Because he said in the beginning he assumed that this was Avery because the book was here. He wrote the book. It's not the same book. I think this is someone entirely different because it's not Avery. Dude, I can't see anything. Why would you turn left? Why would you keep going left? Go back. Stop. Stop. Go back. Or put the lantern down. You have a lantern. I don't... Dude. What the fuck? Please. What is he hiding? Why are we hiding it? What did we blur out? What did we blur? What? What? Huh? What?
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. 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 And the footage ends. Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and
What?
Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly, what was behind those gates? I didn't put that
We need to play.
sensor bar there. That was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough
I
to
wanna
drive
play.
probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running
Okay,
for his
and then I'm
life.
just stupid, I
Something that
guess.
a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has been hiding. A king? What does that even mean? I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From
Oh.
that, we can get this. Run Avery. It's here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him wouldn't see.
How does he know
But
Avery,
how?
though?
How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing
No, I
is
need
certain.
to know.
Whatever was
No,
coming for
wait.
him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
Dude, no, it can't end like this. Part 2? Yes, please. This only came out 2 weeks ago, by the way. That's fucking insane. It can't. It has to end like this. Dude! I'm surprised we caught on that it was the other person that was warning Avery. But, like, still, there's so many unanswered shit. But, like, that's the point, right? He wants to keep you hooked.